everyone. My name is Michelle Lewis, and I work at Goliath Games. I am a product manager. So what I do there is I help make games. We take a lot of inventor ideas. So if people have ideas that they don't know how to make happen, like come talk to me. In addition to that, we brought a few games with us today. Some more of our kind of partyish games. We have Shit Happens. We have There's Been a Murder and Rainbow Pirates. Shit Happens been out for a while. It was a huge success at Gen Con. There's Been a Murder is brand new. It's not in stores yet. So if you're interested in learning to play, come on over and take a seat. And also Rainbow Pirates has not been released yet. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Okay, first game we're going to start out with is Shit Happens. In this game, you are creating what is called your lane of pain or your misery index. So you are going to have cards in front of you, and I, for example, would go to the person to my right and say, Rebecca, you go blind. And Rebecca would have to guess in her lane of 3 cards, based on a scale from 0 to 100, where that card would fall. So what do you have in your lane of pain?
I have 6-hour flight seated behind crying baby. Your BFF always moves away, and your sibling hits on you.
Okay, so that being on a 6-hour flight, seated behind a crying baby, being 19, and her worst on her lane right now is your sibling hits on you at 54.5. And these were tested by numerous psychologists. So when you're playing this game, remember to think of it as not just like physical damage, but emotional damage. What would be worse to you? Also, think worst case scenario. Okay, so in this example, you go blind.
I'd say it's pretty high.
So do you can point anywhere on your lane of pain where it would be.
Probably over here, the far right, after the 54.5.
All right, so that one's an easy one because that's pretty awful. That one's actually at 99.5. And you would keep on building your lane of pain. The first player to get to 10 cards wins. And in the chance that Rebecca would have got this wrong, play would have gone to the next player. I would go over to Josh and say, where is this on your lane of pain?
Going blind is bad.
It sucks.
So that'd
I
be
imagine.
pretty bad. So at the end, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to deal each player out 3 cards, and we will be creating their misery index. Okay, organize your cards based off of lowest score to highest.
And our lane of pain is public pain.
It could all be, currently.
Currently public pain.
Yes. Okay, just for fun, let's go around and read what your starting cards are. So mine at an 8.5 is my DVR glitch. All shows are erased. So not so bad. Then at a 63, I have roller coaster stalls, and you dangle upside down for 2 hours. And my worst is a 94. ISIS issues fatwa on you. And the images on these cards are pretty awesome if you ever feel like coming up and taking a look.
All right, so with a 1.5 on the misery index, I have step in dog shit. On with a 57.5 on the misery index, bitten by a bat, and then 72 on the misery index, anesthesia wears off during appendectomy. That's only a 72?
My lane of pain starts with coworker steals your lunch for 7 pain. Not terrible, pretty annoying. You are audited. Ouch. I guess it's depending on how much you're taking. But 58.5. And then my worst one is being taken hostage during a bank robbery. And they are definitely not giving you a good time on that picture for 90.
Okay, I have pass a kidney stone at 55.5, lose your pinky at 71.5. That seems high. Spend 5 years in a third world prison at 86.5.
Mine is creepy homeless guy follows you home, 21.5. Fall asleep on the beach, get a 3rd-degree sunburn, 33. And coming in at a whopping 92, your arm is amputated.
All right, so I have step on Lego in bare feet for a 0.5, which seems rather low. Favorite show is canceled at a 4.5. And then we have gout for 48.5. Ouch.
Okay, so let's start the way we did before. So we'll go this way. Okay, Ryan, your boss hits on you. Remember everything, think worst case scenario. You don't like this.
I'm going to go with between bitten by a bat and anesthesia wears off during appendectomy.
So now you're going to add this over in between those numbers, and now your lane of pain has grown. So you're creating this misery index, and it's going to get slightly harder every time because you're going to have more cards to work with. Okay, so now Ryan picks one and reads it to Tori. If Tori can't get it right, then play passes on for Matt's turn to try to get the card.
Okay, so our next one is shot in the leg. I have some personal experience with this. I'm not sure I agree with their misery index, but good luck.
Just shot in the leg? Just shot in.
Shot in the leg.
Is it between 58.5 and 90?
It is 73.
Excellent. Ooh, 73. Yep. Shot. That's a funky leg. It does. Yeah. All right, Matt. You wet the bed every night.
That's pretty terrible. I don't think. I don't know.
Wait,
if
we
it's
just got a puppy, like.
yeah, like for the rest of my life.
Every night.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna have to have a
I
talk
think I would
after this.
still rather have that happen than pass a kidney stone. I'm putting it under 55.5.
Under 55.
Yeah, you just you get special sheets for it or
Oh,
something.
wait.
Oh, I still do it, and now Josh.
I lost.
Now Josh has the opportunity
Now
to get it.
you wet the bed every night.
I am going to say that is worse than 33, but not as bad as 92.
Indeed.
68.5.
Now, Matt didn't get his right, but it's still his turn to show one to Josh. Oh, so this is like a double moment for Josh for Matt getting his wrong.
Your car is stolen.
So it seems to me the basic theme of this game has been like things that cause bodily harm are in the upper 70s to 90s, and things that are just bad but don't hurt you are a little bit less. So I'm going to say having my car stolen is between 33 and 68.5. Whoa, we're copyright is on stream. I'm sorry. Okay, Rebecca. Your card is hemorrhoids.
Based on what you said earlier about where the pain index is, I'm going to go with over 48.5.
You would actually be incorrect.
All right, I got hemorrhoids.
Yes,
All right.
hemorrhoids.
Well, let's see. That's probably worse than my DVR getting erased because who has a DVR anymore? Streaming. I would say I would probably rather be stuck in a roller coaster upside down for 2 hours because that's temporary, where hemorrhoids is more of a long situation. So I would say between 63 and 94.
And you would be absolutely incorrect.
Dang.
I think I'm going to guess that it's between 1.5 and 57.5.
That is correct. Hemorrhoids are stunningly only a 40.
Excellent.
All right, Michelle. Oops. Nude selfie emailed to entire office.
Well. I'm going to say that's between 8.5 and... No, actually, that's going to be more psychological because, hey, Goliath people, I'm going to be working with you for a while, ideally. Maybe not after that. I'm going to say it's between 63 and 94.
Incorrect.
Okay. Well, so it's probably less than 63. Let's say it's between 40 and 57 and a half.
Incorrect.
Alas.
Sorry, I claw people. Where is that on the pain index scale? I will guess then between 7 and 58.5.
Incorrect.
Good Lord, what is it? I can't make it go that way.
I have to think.
Can you read the card again?
Oops. Nude selfie emailed to entire office.
I guess between 63 and 94. Actually, why am I helping you? Ignore that, Matt.
No, that's what I was going through. I was like, what is it? I'm trying to think of how it's possible that it wasn't any of those. Is it lower than 55.5?
Incorrect.
Oh, well.
We have a problem. Rebecca kind of showed the card, so I saw it.
Then I get it.
I don't know, Judge.
Okay, we can go ahead and let it go. Just we're all dying to know. What was it?
62.
Oh, I had 63. I was one off.
But the balance of this game is that as you get more cards, there's more ranges that you could guess between, so there's more potential for wrong answers.
Absolutely. And a lot of these cards were a little too hot to stream, so we took some out temporarily. The game comes with a lot more that would probably be more psychological damage or just straight up disturbing. We'll call that one a practice card. Rebecca! I saw that one already. I'll look away.
Shard of glass and salad.
Ooh, ow. Okay. Well, worst case scenario, that super cuts up my tongue and I can't eat for a long time. I'm going to guess that's pretty nasty and bad. I'm going to say between 63 and 94. One of these cards have to be between that range.
Incorrect.
Man.
Well, shard of glass. Is it between 40 and 57 and a half.
Incorrect.
Okay. I think I'm going to do it different this time for this one. Is it between 58.5 and 73?
No.
Is it between 71.5 and 86.5?
No.
Is it between 33 and 59.5?
No.
No, we just reveal it, the answer, and it gets discarded, and we all suck.
It's 24.
Rebecca, you're not doing it right.
So getting a shard of glass in your salad is 24.
Well, I guess you take like one bite and you realize that there's glass in your food and you just spit it out. And you have like one cut maybe. That's true. I don't know.
Yeah, nobody won that one. For shame on us all. Okay, Ryan, you have termites.
I have termites, or my house has termites? I think we'll go with between 1.5 and 40.
39.
All right, that was 39. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here. All right. Frostbite, lose 7 toes. And the image has instructable on which 3 toes you keep if you are curious.
Specifically, which ones? I think it's worse than being shot in the leg, but not as bad as being taken hostage to the bank. So I think it's between 73 and 90.
You are correct. It is 83.
Woohoo. Oh, it really is specific on which toes you get to keep. And this one's Matt's, right? I think I flipped that one. It matters. Okay, Matt. You farted loudly and repeatedly at a funeral.
All right, that's lower than 55.
Yes.
Okay.
16. But loudly and repeatedly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we have 4.
All right, what's my card?
You have to grab it. That's part of the game.
Did anyone see that? Did anyone see that? Okay. 20-minute TSA full body search. 20 minutes. And you're late. No, not really.
You have experience.
Not being on the receiving side, but yeah. Let's see. The crying baby for the 6-hour flight was only a 19. So I am going to say it is between 21.5 and 33.
Correct.
What's a game show where they just say correct, incorrect, like over and over again? I feel like we're on a game show playing this game. This actually sounds fun. That can't be good.
Attend a 4-hour opera.
But what's the worst case scenario of that?
Assume
You
you, don't
hate
like
opera.
You hate opera.
That is correct. It is a 9. I would enjoy a 4-hour opera, actually.
Oh, we're back to Rebecca's turn. No one's going to get this one.
Vomit in public.
Okay, I'm gonna think that's between 8.5 and 63.
Correct.
Yeah, I finally got one. Okay, I'm gonna start covering this up so we can show you the pictures. Ryan, you are buried alive.
The little rip and exclamation point.
Well, I think I'm going to have to go with that is going to be greater than a 72. Correct. 100. Wow. We hit the jackpot.
Doesn't get much worse than that.
And are you the lowest one too? You have the 1.5 and the 100? So you have a 0.5.
yes.
All right.
Okay. Up next. Tori, you are gored by a bull.
Ouch. I'm going to say I have a really bad pool here for this because it could easily be over or under. Shot in the leg, losing toes to frostbite, and then being held hostage. But I'm going to go between 83 and 90.
You are incorrect.
Sad.
I'm going to say that's higher than 86.5.
Correct, with 90.5.
All right, Matt. You get to go basically again because I failed. Oh, first gray hair. You remember how you felt back then? I feel attacked. The whole group.
I don't have a single gray hair, and lower than 16.
Just lower than 16?
Lower than 16, yeah.
Yes. 6.5.
Josh, you're trapped on an elevator overnight with Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You playing in a continuous loop.
I mean, he lives with his wife, Alex. It's pretty much what she does in the month of December.
So there's a difference between annoyance and bodily harm. That sounds extremely annoying, but it doesn't sound like it's bodily harm.
Alex is listening for your answer.
She can somehow hear me from LA. I am going to say for now. Well, if we have any California listeners, I apologize. Between 33 and 59.5.
Correct.
37.5. That
No.
might not be a good idea. Let's do a card count. I am currently at 7. Matt is at 6. Ryan is also at 7. Michelle's at 4. Rebecca's at 4. Tori is at 5. Okay, Rebecca. You crash into an open car door while bicycling.
Sounds like Rebecca.
Apt. I'm gonna say between these two.
Between 9 and 48.5?
Yes.
That is correct. It is a 23.5.
What? Oh yeah. Okay. Yay! Numbers.
That's how math works.
Is it even math? Is it just counting at that point?
I mean, I said it earlier. I went to school in Oklahoma, but they taught us basic math.
Card down.
All right. Pee stains on pants. That's a card.
Thought you were telling me something I didn't know. Okay. I guess that is potentially slightly emotional damaging. I'm going to say that's a little bit worse than having my DVR erased. So I'm going to say it's between 8.5 and 23.
Incorrect. Is it correct?
Are you lying to me?
No, I don't just like saying that.
She does just like saying that, but in this case, she may not be. I'm going to guess that's between stepping in dog shit at a 1.5 and termites at a 39. Correct.
Ooh, what was it?
It was a 2.5. Beautiful.
I guess losing your precious TV shows is more damaging.
You know, we could combine. That would be so cool.
Well, you might not notice the pee stains. Okay. Tori, you have incurable hiccups.
Good. This is the worst. I'm gonna say incurable though. Okay, wait, that changes things.
Incurable hiccups.
It's like permanent. Between a 58.5 and a 73?
Incorrect.
Dang it.
Matt, you now have
Your
incurable
hiccups are like terrifying.
And you guessed 58.5 between 73. Wow.
Incurable makes it seem like they go on forever though.
Yeah,
Like-
that's horrible. Like that's really bad. Is it between 71 point? Actually, hold on. Yeah, is it between 71.5 and 86.5?
Incorrect. Josh, you now have incurable hiccups too. How are you
They're
feeling?
spreading.
You know, I think. Never mind. Let me not say that. Okay. I am going to say between 37.5 and 59.5.
Incorrect. Rebecca, join the party. You now have incurable hiccups too.
Between 9 and 23.5?
Incorrect.
So I totally missed everybody's guesses. So, you guys want to remind me what you picked? No, don't do that. Don't give me the benefit of the doubt. I wasn't paying attention. That's my fault. Okay, I have incurable hiccups. I'm gonna say, let's just go crazy and say it's above 63.
Just above 63?
In between 94.
Correct. 88.
That feels right.
88. Well, my
Yeah,
thought
that's-
process was if we're thinking worst case scenario, it's incurable, so it's kind of forever. Whereas my 2-hour roller coaster ride is
My first one was
63.
83, so I was close with it, but just a few away.
And that would certainly get in the way of a lot of things.
All right, Matt. You fall into a septic tank. And in the picture, you're face first.
Oh, that's bad. I mean, I could get seriously injured in addition to the grossness. All right, I think I'm gonna put it in between. Well, yeah, I'm gonna put it in between a 16 and a 55.5.
Wow, look at you. 41 for falling into a septic tank.
Matt, how many cards are you at now?
Do what? Oh, I'm at 7. Oh my goodness, we have experience with this. There's a squirrel in the house.
This is too real.
Where is that on your misery index, Josh? There is a squirrel in the house.
I don't know. Like, how bad was it?
It's pretty bad for the house.
I'm gonna lean more on the side of annoyance and say it's below a 21.5.
You're right.
I disagree.
Yeah, for us it was like 95 or something. Worse than being gored by a bull.
These
Well-
guys were aggressive. There was no getting.
There's
had
not
to
many. There's not many
sign a
problems
peace
we can't
treaty.
solve in Texas without a shotgun. You're added to the no-fly list.
I do not. Between 23.5 and a 48?
Incorrect.
Okay, I'm on the no-fly list. I don't like to drive places. I'm just going to say I'd rather have incurable hiccups, so it would be between 88 and 94.
Incorrect.
Well, I know a lot of people don't actually fly, so I'm going to guess between 2.5 and 39.
Incorrect.
Yours was high and yours was low. I don't like this. I'm going to try between 7 and 58.5.
Incorrect.
It's between 55.5 and 71.5.
That is correct. It is a 65.5.
Yeah, I lost her.
Now Rebecca gets to go around telling us all we're all wrong.
It is a highlight of this game. Jury duty.
I'm gonna say between 8.5 and 23.
Correct.
Woohoo! I got one. I was just content with actually getting a card this time. I did it. Okay, Ryan. A surgeon amputates the wrong leg.
Oh, that's pretty bad. I'm going to say that's between 72 and 100. 95, yeah.
Yeah,
That
just
means
because
you're
they take the
losing
wrong
both
one.
legs.
Yeah, they got to go back in and get the right one. Yeah.
I'm now at 9.
Why don't we
Okay,
attack and make them lose cards?
Tori, your favorite neighbor dies.
Oh, that's sad. I like our new neighbors. Yeah.
Is that the one who parks across the street and backs into everyone?
Well, maybe not that one. The other ones are cool. I'm going to put between 7 and 58.5.
You are correct. It is a 34.5.
Oh, that is pretty high. You never know what comes with new neighbors. They died by an asteroid. What? That's much worse.
Yes, the pictures on these cards are phenomenal.
All right, Matt. We need to talk about your bowels after this. You smell like a fart for the rest of your life.
Oh, I fell in a septic tank.
I think Tori's trying to tell you something here with all these fart cards.
Why are
I think
all
she's
of
making
yours
them up.
poop and
Yeah.
fart?
I don't know. Yeah. What is it? I smell like fart all forever.
For the rest
Oh,
of your life. There's
That-
lots of wiggly lines coming off of
that'd
you.
be really hard to like get a job or
Forever.
have friends.
Always.
That's pretty bad.
You're moving into another room. Smelly friend.
I'm gonna say in between 55.5 and 65.5.
So something else I've noticed about this game is that length of time definitely goes into how miserable it is. Because like you said earlier, if there's a time that it's going to be over, it sucks while it's going on, but once it's over, it's over. But like the ones that are like rest of your life or indeterminate, pretty bad.
Forever.
With that being said, I am going to say between 37.5 and 59.5.
Incorrect. Calculations. Smelly calculations.
Rebecca, you smell like a fart. How does that feel?
Rude.
How do you feel on that on your misery index?
I guess 0 and 100. We've seen 100, and the lowest we've seen is 0.5.
I'm going to go with the over 48. Over 48?
Oh, your highest number is 48. Look at that.
Yeah.
It is a 77.5.
That's the power of math.
You have to think about it, right? Yeah, because like you're not getting a job. You know, it'd be really bad.
People come up to you and they're like, "We need to have a conversation about how you smell." You're like, "Look, I just smell like this."
I can't do it. I was cursed.
That's how you ended up on the no-fly list.
This one's brutal. Josh, you bit your tongue off.
Golly.
How's the picture look on that one? Can you cover the number with your thumb? Ooh, yeah, it's off.
Yeah, you
Bit
bit
it
it clean off.
I'm going to say between 68.5 and 92.
Yep.
Okay. Score reset. I am currently at 9. Matt is currently at 8. Rebecca's at 6. Tori's at 6. Ryan is also at 9. And Michelle is at 6.
Not winning.
So So Ryan and I are 1 away. Matt is 2 away. Rebecca and Michelle are both 4.
I'm just not close.
Actually, all 4 of you have 6. So yeah, you're all 4 away. Oh, good Lord Almighty. Okay, Rebecca, blood and urine. Blood. There is blood. There's blood when you pee. I really hope there's hotel guests walking around and they just hear that with no other context. Blood in urine.
I'm gonna go with between 23.5 and 48.5.
Incorrect.
That could be a number of medical issues.
Yeah, what's
Then you got to
the
go to
end
the
result
doctor.
here?
Then you got to pay for an urgent care. This is, I feel like this is getting pretty bad. I'm gonna say it's potentially between 63 and 88, depending on the results.
Incorrect. Ryan, this is potentially for the game.
All right. Yeah, it's just a little bit of blood. Let's say between 2.5 and 39.
Incorrect.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think that this is between numbers y'all hadn't picked yet. No, I don't think it is anymore. I'm going to put between 58.5 and 73.
That is correct. Actual retail price is 60.
Retail price for blood and urine is 60. Whoa.
What a deal. Speaking of which, there is a blood donation vehicle outside. So they still have open slots. So if you have time, make a good choice and help people by donating blood right now. Yes, it did. I'm just being helpful. If you have blood in your urine, maybe just go see a doctor. Maybe don't go to the
If
blood
the
donation.
last card applies to you,
They probably
maybe
won't take
you
it that way.
don't.
Yeah.
That was Josh, right?
Rebecca, it's your pick.
The more you know.
Yes.
Okay. Step on a rusty nail, Michelle.
Ow. I'm going to say that's worse than vomiting in public. So I'm going to say it's between 23 and 63.
Correct.
All right, for the win. Okay, the coldest night of the year, the heater breaks. Think like Snowmageddon, Texas last year. Is that this year? It's all a blur now. It's all merged into one.
Like 2020 and 2021
Massive
have
year.
been 20 years now.
this is just one night. Coldest night of the year, the heater goes out. That is temporary, however. Let's go with 2.5 to 39.
Ryan wins. Woo!
Victory.
All right,
I have a mic, I can't
congratulations,
clap.
Ryan. You have the most miserable index. Here, have a ZombieLAN bracelet. Congratulations. And just real quick for some audience participation out there, I'm going to pull out a couple of cards. And if you can guess which one is worse, I'll give you a prize. Okay. Would you like a chance at it? Okay, you guys can go ahead and just shout out your answer. Which is worse? Chronic insomnia or mom drunkenly complains about her sex life? Which would you guys rather out there? getting pepper sprayed in the eyes, and we did some of these. You learn your mom dropped acid while pregnant. Which would you guys rather? All right. And which one do you think is worse on your misery index? Pepper spray is at a 26. And learning your mom dropped acid while pregnant is a 50.5. I'm guessing that one is more long-term effects, so that's probably why that's worse. Can't be good. Okay. Which one's worse? You shit your pants in public, or surprise, you're having a baby at 50?
This game is versatile. You can either get the scale right or you can play Would You Rather.
To be honest, last night during the balls chugging contest, I was afraid we were going to see that.
So getting pregnant at 50
After a balls
is a
chugging
54,
contest.
while shitting your pants in public is a 32. All right. Which ones do you think is worse on the misery scale? You're having triplets, or your spouse has a year-long affair. We have some guesses going on for debating between 18 years of triplets or 1 year long love affair. Any guesses way out there?
I think this is one that people are afraid to answer. They're like, I'm not answering. Someone's listening.
Which one do you think is worse on a misery index? So the way this game works is generally there's a scale between 1 and 100, and you're creating your lane of pain of 10 cards. But for now, we're just getting some audience participation. So which do you think is worse on our psychologically proven scale? You're having triplets, or your spouse has a year-long affair? Well, he'd rather have triplets. Okay, so the triplets were an 84.5, where the spouse has a year-long affair was 86. So those ones were really close. Let's go ahead and toss one of these out your guys' way if you can fight over that. Okay. These ones are pretty close. Which one would be worse? Bed bugs or pubic lice? I'm glad you said you had bed bugs. I'm about to say oh, I don't need to know about the other one. All right, pubic lice was a 43, where bed bugs is 48.
Yeah, is it because one is everywhere and one is like concentrated?
Yes. I don't know. No, I was saying it's worst case scenario. I've never had either issue. Okay. You have a head injury and you lose 10 IQ points versus a shark attack, lose 1 arm and lose 1 leg.
I got to pet a shark, so that's cool with me.
I was going to say.
Tori's like, that's just the way to go.
I was going to say, I would love to hear Tori's answer to this question.
Okay, so the head injury, losing 10 IQ points, that's usually where it trips people up in the lane of pain. Is it's actually an 87.5. You always have to think worst case scenario. You are actually suffering from brain damage.
But the other one, you get to pet a shark, so...
The shark attack, which Tori's totally okay with because she still has one arm to pet a shark, which is her favorite animal, is a 96.5.
Oh, it is a 96.5, though.
Okay, I'm just going to toss one more out here. Thanks, guys, for playing.
Are we moving on to our next game?
Yes. And just so you know, we are giving away Shit Happens prize packs raffles that include multiple expansions, including the 50 Shades of Shits. So be on the lookout for that. All right, guys, there's been a murder. Is the name of our new game.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, and Michelle.
And this one plays 3 to 8 players.
Michelle,
Yes.
speaking of the aforementioned wife, she told me to tell you hi and good luck with your panel today.
Oh, tell her I love her. Alex is the best. Just found a random card that says bird shits on your head. Okay, so there's been a murder. Kind of, to me, plays like a mix between Love Letter meets Werewolves, but is an actual cooperative game where we are working together to find the murderer.
Werewolf cooperative confuses me.
Not so much werewolves as more deduction. I just throw it out as an example. Okay, so in this game, with the amount of players we have, we will have a total of 18 cards available in our deck. At any one point, you are only going to have 2 cards in your hand, like Love Letter. If you have 1 on your turn, you'll start out by drawing a card and then playing one. Now, our goal is to catch the murderer. There are 2 ways to do that. There is the informant. The informant tips off the police, and we catch our murderer. If at any point you have the informant in the same hand as the murderer, we win. The other way to win is the detective. It's kind of like a Hail Mary. She's kind of somewhere towards the bottom of the deck, and if she comes up, you have to choose a player, and they must discard a card, and hopefully it's the murderer. So if they discard it, the detective found the murderer, and we win. Now, if the witness is ever in the hands of the murderer, he murders the witness, and we lose. So we want to be certain of what somebody has in somebody's hand. And one other one that I like to note is the gossip. It says you must announce that you have this card when it enters your hand. You must play this card on your turn. If you have it, while you hold it, you are able to talk freely about the cards that are in your hands and those you have seen. So that's a way, while you have this card in your hand, you can say, hey, I'm the gossip. I know that Tori has the witness. So if somebody else has the murder card in their hand, they can avoid trading hands with Tori at any moment.
Get maximum performance with Intel Core i9 processor-powered laptops. Intel's best experience for laptop gaming. Delivering clock speeds of up to 5.3 gigahertz with 8 cores. Game at your best with up to 44% more frames per second. Record, stream, and share your gaming clips at blazing speeds. Make and export videos up to twice as fast thanks to the strength of 8 cores. Unlocked and overclockable to get maximum performance when you want it. Experience what high octane feels like with a 10th gen Intel Core i9 processor powered laptop.
LANfest is community. LANfest builds and supports gaming communities to support charity. We have more than 25,000 attendees and 400 volunteers across 18 chapters that span 3 countries. LANfest is charity. Charity is at the core of what LANfest is. We've raised more than $1 million for charities nationwide. We support food banks, veterans, animals, hospitals, and so much more. LANfest is gaming. Come join LANfest.
Introducing the latest line of Supero products, the C9 Z390 series motherboards. Using the latest Intel Z390 chipset and Core i9 CPUs, the bar has been set higher than ever before. We have included 4 models for this chipset alone, packed with features such as networking options up to 10 gigabit LAN for huge data throughput, M.2 and U.2 options to maximize storage performance, up to 4 PCI Express 3.0 by 16 slots, and our latest Supero armor, keeping your most vital components secured with increased retention, ensuring your precious investment from warping. When it comes to superior quality, Supermicro has been no stranger in the enterprise market, but when using the same cutting-edge components on our gaming motherboards, there is nothing else like it anywhere. For more information on these products, be sure to check out supero.com. Thanks for watching.
And the boys unleash hell when the war's on. Bloodthirsty when the doors put their paws on. You gon' tell them that they throw a little bit of gloss on. Bring them to the wake, break them with a requiem and throw them in the pit and throw a little bit of dirt on them. Dirt on them, throw a little dirt on them. Trigger fingers in the air, put a little work on them. Put a little dirt on them.
So, if a witness gets put here and the murderer gets put on top, that's when we lose.
We lose if somebody has the murder card and the witness card in their hand together.
Okay.
Now, if somebody has the murderer card and has the detective, they can play the detective and then call out a card. And even if it's the murderer in their hand, they can still call it out and say, murderer. And if it's available, yeah.
Okay.
Then, the other way is if you have the informant and the murderer.
Informant
the
and
informant
murderer
informs the police,
or detective,
or the detective finds the murder card,
or the murderer kills the witness.
Yes.
By being in the same hand.
One other thing to note is the deck only comes with 18 cards for this amount of players. If we play through all of these cards and somebody cannot draw their second card, the murderer got away and we lost.
Ooh, but that's nice that there's 2 ways to win and 2 ways to lose.
Correct. So again, the 2 ways to lose are if we run out of cards and you can't draw back up to your second card, or if the murderer card is in the same hand as the witness. So the witness is wanting to go over to the police to say, hey, I saw a murder, and if the murderer is in the same hand with him, he did.
And that was your turn, right?
Snitches get stitches.
Okay, I'm going to play the butler. Whom shall I say is calling, sir? Look at the top card of the draw deck, announce its name and its function to the room, and put it back on the top of the card deck. So it is the monkey. Is a function what it does, or is a function the quote? Probably what it does, right? You must play this card on your turn if you have it. Treat it as a copy of the last action card played and follow those same instructions. If there's no previous action card, the monkey does nothing. That's the next card. You're going to get a monkey.
Well, gee, I wonder what this is.
It's a weird one to get a peek at.
What was the previous action card?
The butler. So you get to look at the next card and read it, but then put it back on top.
The stranger. If an effect asked you to choose a card to pass or show to other players, or a card to discard, you must choose this card. If the card is taken at random, then the stranger does not affect the choice.
Okay, I'm gonna play the socialite. So do I put it? All right. It says choose a card in your hand and exchange it for a card belonging to another player, their choice. You must have another card to swap. Do not reveal the cards. So.
Okay, and just to note, we have 3 cards left in our deck. So if we cannot find our murderer and link him with the detective or the witness card, then we lose the game.
I'm worried.
Has no one seen the murder?
I don't think we can say, right?
Yep, the only person who can talk freely about the cards that it's in their hand is if you have the gossip card.
Understood.
Lucky enough, I have the detective. Choose a player. They must discard a card. If they discard the murderer card, everyone wins. I don't know if some switcheroo happened. I'm going to say Ryan has the murder card. Oh, we did it. We solved the case, guys.
Like 3 cards left. It's not happening. But then it happened.
Gambler's
So what is
fallacy.
right? Oh, if the card tells you to pass, show, discard, or swap, you cannot choose the murder unless it's your only card. Okay. So he is difficult to to get rid of, so you can just like lay in wait in your hand for a while. When did you draw it?
Does that mean I could not have played the card?
Which one
No.
did you
Like
mean?
you played it because she called the detective, but I'm just wondering when you got the card.
I gave it to him, but I was kind of
Ah,
curious. I
good
didn't know
pick.
if at some point he gave it to you. Yeah, so I could have messed that up real bad. So there's been a murder. It plays 3 to 8 players. With 5 to 8 players, there are 24 cards, and there are a lot of other fun cards in that portion. And I feel like it's a game that you could actually mix and match. The reason I said it was kind of like made me think of werewolves and that type of game earlier is because they have a seer card that can look at the bottom of the deck and reveal it. One of my favorites is the Faithful Hound. Everyone closes their eyes except you. Name a card. If a player is holding that card, they must raise their hand and lower it. So that's another good way for one person to get indicated of where the murderer is. Then there are some cards. There's like the Aristocrat, who's a real B. So it says, on your turn, do not draw a card or play a card. Instead, discard this card and any other action card in your hand. So those add like some varying level of gameplay to it.
I like the combo of, like you said, love letters or coup with werewolf or deception. Those are really good. This is fun.
All right, and on that note of murder, Goliath Games is always looking for play testers. Currently, we have a new, never been played, never been tested yet, murder mystery game. And we are looking for people to come to our Richardson office and play test it so we can get input. The dates on that is October 26th through October 29th, and I am totally free to work through your schedule. You can come in with a group of 2 to 5 friends. If you have more, we can separate you into 2 different groups. We have more information about that in the tabletop room. So if you're interested in helping make a game even better and you like murder, then let me know. But don't murder me. Okay, and the last one is Rainbow Pirates. We're short on time, although this game will be available to play over in the tabletop room. But just to go over it, this one was really fun at Gen Con, so I brought it. It kind of plays like Rummy, where you're going to have a hand of cards, and you can put down what they call little islands. In this example, you can put down 3 of a kind, or you can put down a run, like 3, 4, 5. And your overall goal is to make 2 complete rainbows, or in a shorter game, we just played a 1, and have 1 rainbow pirate card in play in front of you. There are these black pirate cards that can mess up gameplay. You can choose to play one such as like the Island Thief. Now, each one of these cards correlate with something that the pirates just love. For example, this one has a weakness. The Island Thief typically would steal 1 card from an opponent's island. However, if somebody plays a card from their hand that is the mom, he loves his mom. He will not steal from his mom, and it cancels it out. So you have ways to mess with other people via the pirate cards, but people can kind of sacrifice playing a card in front of them out of their hand that they would want to put on in play for their island and cancel your action. For example, real quick, another pirate card is the Cannon. This one destroys 1 card on an opponent's island. That one is pretty damaging because say this is Rebecca's hand and she has a 2 through 7 going on right here. She's almost done with this rainbow, and I play a cannon and say, I'm going to shoot your 4. So I would take this card. It would get discarded. Her island has to have a max of 3 cards out. So these would all go back in her hand. The 4 would be gone forever. Yeah, it's pretty mean. However, this pirate with cannon loves kittens. So if you throw a kitten at him, then he'll be content and that cancels the action. Rainbow pirate cards must be played on your turn. There are only 4. All scoring is at the bottom of the card. All cards are worth 1 point except for the rainbow pirates. Rainbow pirates can be on an island played by themselves, and they can stack, so they're worth getting. And people will definitely try to steal them from you. So yeah, we'll have that game available and all of these available in the tabletop room. Again, if anybody's interested in playtesting or you have ideas for games, we're always looking to collaborate. So thank you so much to the LAN All Night and the DFW Gaming Village for having Goliath here. We super love it. We love you guys.